Here's yet another video for my students. So far in previous videos made this simple sort of vacuum form case. Lots of improvements you can make to it, including sloping the sides and radiusing more corners and things, but it's only a quick demonstration. So typical student project, as you're aware, if one of my students has some sort of panel on the top, maybe to mount some switches or LEDs. So let's have a go at that. So if you haven't already selected it, press T for the tape measure tool, and then you can measure in a certain amount. Let's say it's like 20 mil there, and say 20 mil there. So let's make it even like that. And then let's set some sizes here, like that. And let's zoom in a little bit now. So to make a panel, R for the radius, for the rectangle tool. Let's draw a rectangle like that. P for push pull. Let's move that up. Now you can move it up to whatever height you want, but of course if it's the acrylic plaster we use, typically 3 mil, so I just typed 3, pressed enter there, and then you likely will have made that panel from a different colour, so then you can go about changing the colours there. And if you didn't have that panel on the right, you can find it under materials. Also window default tray, you can switch them up that panel, whatever you want to call it, on and off there, and you can find a paper bucket tool up there. So that's all right, although typically I would say most students have opted to make radius corners, so not really, that's probably not such a useful panel for you. So let's just go File, and let's just revert back to what I started with. I'm not going to do all the rulers again, but let's just separately draw a panel this time. So R, just make a small panel this time, like that. Let's just bring it up by, say, 3 mil, press enter. Let's just zoom in a bit, and then like I've done before, so T for the tape measure, come in a certain amount, let's say that's 10 mil this time, and 10 mil, and then 10 mil. Well, that's probably looking a bit big, really. 10 mil. No, I think that's not going to be a great choice there, is it? So let's just select that. I use the select tool, and then you can just click on these guidelines. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Just showing you me messing things up here. So now let's do that again. So let's go in, say this time 5 mil. That looks more realistic, and then 5 mil, and then 5. Remember, I'm just pulling in with the tape measure, just dropping it, letting go of the mouse, and press 5 and press enter, and then use the arc tool to then this 2-point arc tool, and then remember, let's just zoom in so you can see there, so it goes purple, and then we push down like that to get rid of it. Now I'm not going to do all the corners because I want the video to be relatively short. Now press the spacebar, triple click it, selects the whole thing. Let's make a component, and let's call it switch panel, and we're going to glue it to any surface. Create. Now of course what I could do, I could change that colour this time. There, that's changed the whole of the component. Let's just drag over there, pan over, and then with this move tool selected, I need to go on that corner there because I want it to then go flat down like that. And it's not too bad. I think that's alright. Obviously it's not the right size and everything, but it shows in principle how you can make a panel as a separate component, and then you could place it on there. If you want to edit that component in the future, you can double click it like that. Let's just click off. Also you can find the component over here somewhere, yeah, so let's just right click, I think, and then you can go on properties and you can choose some options there. Okay, so keeping these videos quite short now, I'll show you in the next one maybe how to do some switches and then some screws and things.